Hey, what's up, you guys? This is APS Amplifier, and I'm here with
Larry
and
me, Paul.
And today we're gonna have a discussion about Yu-Gi-Oh. And so, guys, what do you want to talk about?
Okay. I'm just led to
I just led.
So what do you want to talk about?
Yu-Gi-Oh is a great game. You know why? Because Kshatra La is the meta deck, and it's a cool-looking archetype.
Are you saying that because you have it?
I have some of it.
See.
It's a very expensive deck to build. Speaking of decks to build, what are you guys working on?
Nothing. The first deck that I've seen that I think I want to build in a while just came out was that VS whatever.
So
you saw the new Versus
That
archetype.
Yeah, what are they called? Something Soul?
Dark Soul, or not that.
It's V Soul.
V Versus Soul, maybe.
Something like
I don't even know. I just saw them and I was like, they look like they're from a fighting game.
Yeah,
and,
they are.
And the cat girl. So I was like, I think I want to build that.
That's actually a good question. So what makes you want to build a Yu-Gi-Oh deck? What do you look for in an archetype?
Besides the cat girl?
I mean, well, that couldn't be a part of it.
I don't know.
Think about all the decks you've built and enjoyed. Why'd you do it?
I mean, I don't know. It's just art. If they got something going on.
The art speaks to you. For me, it's I tend to like the decks that have a lot of attributes present. For some reason, that tends to be my.
Really?
Yeah, I like True Draco because it had a monster of fire, water, wind, earth. I tend to like those. I don't like as often. I don't like monotype.
That was years ago, True Draco.
Yeah.
So that's kind of interesting. So
Like
Larry, you're
Witchcrafters
more
are
of
like that.
An art aesthetic kind of guy.
I can't explain it. If I look at it, I'm like, that looks cool. I think I'm gonna build it. Then I do. If I look at it and goes, I'm not interested. Then I just don't.
So what about how the deck plays?
Nope.
Have you ever found a deck where the artwork was
feel...
interesting to you, but in the playstyle you just hated it?
Yeah. Valence.
Did you want to build that? Is that
I have it.
You had that built?
I just don't.
What's that like?
It's a time and a half.
You should play it. We gotta duel with that one day.
You want to be here all
Play it against
day.
Mech Knights.
Well, the thing is though, it's like, if you built it, you gotta try it. So.
And I built Runic. That was another thing I built.
Yeah. Runic's it's an interesting one. I don't
No,
find it
wait,
very
what's
fun.
aesthetically pleasing about Runic? They don't even have any monsters.
Banish your opponent's stuff.
So that's
So
a
at least in
playstyle.
that case,
That's a
it's
place.
playstyle.
I mean, as far as even that with the artwork, the whole first person, Skyrim
yeah, the theme is cool.
thing was like, that looks interesting. And then sometimes I don't know, y'all don't know me. I'm not saying I don't pay attention to Yu-Gi-Oh stuff. It's just kind of like,
It's in the background.
So I don't really care about playstyle. I'll build it and then decide, okay, this is how they work, and then.
So it's like
Go
build
from there.
first and learn it later.
Yep.
Yeah, for me. That's somewhere in the middle, maybe. I don't like playing the extremely high combo decks and.
Keep doing what y'all doing. Okay. Captain texts me.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't like playing the super combo decks. I'm also not I don't like to be on the far end of the spectrum. I don't want a deck that combos a lot, but I also don't want a deck that's strictly just one single protect the tower sort of control thing. I don't like that either.
I want to pose the same question I asked Larry to you. So, did you ever build a deck before you necessarily knew its playstyle, or you built it thinking you like its playstyle, and then you were like, oh no?
Well, that's two different questions.
Right. So focus on the second one.
Yeah, the second one. Yeah, I built some things and then ended up not really enjoying it as much as I thought I would. I think that's been for me recently, probably Exo Sisters. Was the most recent example. I thought I'd like them more than I did, and they're just not that much fun to me.
Finally, a waifu deck he doesn't like.
Well, there's been a
Paul's
few.
not a waifu person.
Well, apparently I am. I played Rika, Witchcrafter, Exo Sister, Labyrinth. Those are the only decks I've made really in the last. What about you? I mean, have you had some decks that are?
Was it ancient Europe?
You built them, but
I can name all the different decks Alec has built, and just kind of they've disappointed him so much.
Hey! The biggest disappointment I've ever had in Yu-Gi-Oh is Red Eyes. By far, more than any other deck that I've ever played.
Not Plunders?
I love Plunder Patrol.
Fire Fist?
Fire Fist. Yeah, that was a long time ago.
Fire Fist got newer support, and I thought that was going to change everything and bring it back, and then it did.
Vendread.
Vendread's a very difficult deck to play. It has a lot of weird interactions and like extra effects that you can miss because they're not like.
But would you say they were like still like fun to play at least?
I think
like functionally fun.
If I can't figure out the a way for me to pilot the deck, it's not fun anymore. So when Vendreads had very little support and it was a very simple strategy, I had fun in spite of it being extremely weak. I think Vendread are a lot stronger now, but I've struggled to really find my playstyle with the new version of Vendreads, and so it stopped being fun for me.
Interesting. Maybe you don't like it when decks get too many moving parts, or maybe too.
It's like it gets a little too complicated for me. If I can't find my way through like all the effects to like the core strategy I'm trying to do and the resources I'm trying to loop and maintain, it's not fun for me anymore, and I usually just check out from there. I built many decks where the win con felt too far for me to reach. I remember when I built Ancient Warriors, and that deck isn't even complicated.
I love Ancient Warriors.
Well, my issue with Ancient Warriors was getting from point A to point B, which is start of the game to winning. I didn't like that Ancient Warriors had this weird.
They had so many ways they could, and sometimes once you committed, if it was broken, then you couldn't like fall back. Like if you played the second turn FTK build, if like they just like okay, well he's just trying to FTK me, just pop the monster, you're just kind of stuck. And then if you try to play the control variant, which is like, hey, you know, I'm gonna bounce this, I'm gonna return this, I'm gonna do this, so you can't do this stuff. If it gets broken, like if they go up. All that back row, get out of here. You're just kind of stuck.
Do you know what I've found with decks like that, or at least with Ancient Warriors and some similar ones, is it's actually Master Duel really does a good job of like helping teach me decks that I don't really know, or it's like I want to play the deck, but I don't really know how to play it all that well. So I just build it on Master Duel and kind of let the prompts and like triggers and stuff just guide me through it. Like I feel like I don't really care that much for Ancient Warriors, but I feel like if I was playing them, I would rather play it in Master Duel and like let it and just it can kind of let it rock.
I've done that a few times, so I can say I've like, hey, this looks interesting on Master Duel. I'm gonna play it a few times.
And then if you do that, sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna say, and it actually got me to like one deck that I hated, or not hated. Hated from one deck I didn't like playing against, and I played it on Master Duel, and I was like, oh okay, I kind of like I get it now. Like
makes
you know,
sense.
like what was it? Not the rainbow people.
Weather Painters?
Weather Painters.
Oh my god, I've been playing against that deck recently, like
It's
twice.
annoying to play against, but it's so fun when you're playing.
Yeah, it's a fun deck to use. It's just like it's annoying to face.
I think I had my Master Duel experience was when I built Thunder Patrol on Master Duel, and it's a very simple deck. But there's layers to the strategy and how you can use your different cards to get ahead of your opponent. And there were many interactions I didn't see until Master Duel was like, hey, would you like to activate this card now? And then I was like, wait, I can do this now? But that means I would get this card and pop both.
Yeah. There's so many cool things like that. I even, for decks I thought I knew like a lot about, like Rika, I played it in Master Duel in the Xyz Festival, and like, there were these little tiny like interactions that it was fun.
You were a horrible person.
Yeah, well, I had a good time with it, and the thing was like there were little interactions I saw where I was like, oh, you can do that. I could never thought about that. Like that's how it always is. It's like I know the baseline of how to play it, but just through those prompts and triggers, you learn more, and then also you get to like just play it over and over and over again. Whereas like in real life, if you want to, it's kind of a different sort of topic, but like this comes up a lot with me with like I don't really play a lot of in-person Yu-Gi-Oh! Like at the card shop and stuff like that. But it's mostly because like it's, and I'm sure you can probably relate a little bit to this, is like, it takes a lot of trouble to go to the card shop sometimes, like if you want to play. So it's like, say you just built a deck and you want to get playtesting against a variety of different other strategies, right? But like to go to the card shop means like you gotta like get the cards out, sleeve the cards up, find the time to go to the shop, play people, and like kind of deal with all the reading and all that stuff.
Hope that people are there.
Yeah, hope that people are there and do all the reading and stuff. And I sometimes feel like it's just easier to be like, okay, I'll just build this on Master Duel and like get in and get out of games. And I feel like I can just spend like an hour on Master Duel, and that can be like several matches, whereas like an hour at locals might just be like one.
It's just good to Master Duel. You can, if you want to learn the deck, you just kind of like, especially if it has a story mode dedicated to it.
Yeah, that actually
you
helps
can just
too.
kind of like play it and learn the deck. And
Which, I used to like rag on that story mode. That story mode's actually really good.
Why did you rag on
Well,
it?
it's because at the start it was just kind of, you had to just do it to get stuff. So
It
I
was
was like
so
rushing
good.
through. But I actually like it now. I think that they do a better job of teaching certain strategies than, just like the ones that like would not get attention out of. Like mutants have a story now.
I'm not,
And like no one would play, and like no one would play mutants normally. But like, you can play it. So, stuff like that, so.
Everyone's got mutants just tucked away in their bulk somewhere, hidden.
Yeah, and sadly that's actually true. I have a mutant deck, I built it, it's fun.
Is it though?
I hated
I had
it.
a pretty good time.
I had to play against it. Ugh.
But I mean, I don't know. I think like when it comes to deck building, Master Duel has made me more willing to try a deck just because it seems neat. Whereas in real life, I just feel like if I try this, I'll never play it anyway. So
And in
why
many
bother?
respects, it's easier to build stuff because I mean, in real life, you gotta find the cards, you gotta buy the
I
cards,
know,
you gotta order them, you gotta wait for them to come in.
I hate that, yeah. And people don't trade anymore either, so it's like, not much.
I'm a little different with Master Duel. For me, I usually, once I build a deck, I can't wait to play it as much as possible. In doing it IRL can be tough, so I want to play it in Master Duel, but in Master Duel is always like, yeah, this card's not in yet. And that kills it
that's
for
a
me.
little annoying.
Yeah.
Oh, that kills it for me.
Yeah, if it's anything newer.
Because, and it was the same thing with me with Despia. I hated Despia until I started playing it on Master Duel.
Oh, you playing on Master Duel? Yeah, Despia's fun. It's a good time. It's a good time.
It's
Well, I just feel like I'm at a table with toxic people.
They've been doing a better job of getting the cards to Master Duel sooner, though. Like, it used to be you just had no clue. But nowadays, it's like, there's a defined, like, about 3 months after the cards in the TCG, it pretty much will be in
I
Master
want to
Duel.
wait 3 months.
Oh, there was Illusion of Chaos. That took like a whole year.
I can't tell you
But,
how far is that camera on me?
yeah.
I was like,
Hey, they have it now,
Illusion
though.
of Chaos. I was like, ah!
Did you get it now?
Yeah, heck yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, and also good thing about that because it wasn't hard to get in that.
The structure. Like, you just get it.
No, well, you have to get the structure, but it wasn't hard to get gems to get it. Because I thought I was just gonna have to shell out the $23 in order to get the 3,000
Only
gems
costs
to
like-
get it.
Yeah. The structure's only, what, like 500?
Yeah, 3 or 5 is one of them.
It's not much.
Yeah, I think it's 500
But
per first.
but at the time, right before the new update, I had just spent all my gems getting something else, so I didn't have any. But I was able to like take my old Dark Magician deck into Master Duel and like play, and I got enough gems so I could just get it.
Yep, and you can just get it. It's fun. Like, I don't know. My Master Duel's, it's a good game. It's a
It is
good
very good. And everyone, I remember the night that it just dropped randomly.
Yeah, you got to play it first.
Heck yeah,
Because
I-
when you were
I-
on console, I was trying to play
like,
on
"Oh,
PC.
There it is. Like,
It
when did
come out
this?
like the next day.
Put in a group message like, when did this come out?
Yeah, Larry was playing.
Apparently 5 minutes ago.
It
Download.
was just live and everything changed. Then we were worried. Oh, will it just die?
No.
And that's certainly
Yeah.
not.
We are still
Every
here.
computer and laptop that I own have Master Duel on it.
Yeah.
Every gaming console too.
I only play it on the PS5.
You don't have it on your Switch?
No.
But your phone.
No.
Master Duel's something.
No, because I can't play. If I have my phone at work and I can't play Master Duel at work, well, no work get done.
You
Or-
should.
or-
I was like,
you
you
shouldn't
shouldn't
Master Duel
play.
at work.
No work will get done. I can't read at work because no work get done.
Well, it's kind of funny. This discussion turned into more of a Master Duel
They're more Master.
discussion.
I mean, it's the thing about like decks and how Master Duel has helped deck building. You can say it that way.
Yeah.
Master Duel makes it
deck building.
easier. Cool.
But yeah, I think that's all we have for our discussion today about deck building and Master Duel. Any last words?
You can go buy Master Duel,
Well, you don't have to buy it.
and it's free.
Go
so,
download
So you
Master
have
Duel.
no excuse.
You can pick up their shirts at Shop Yugioh.
Yeah, not yours apparently.
No, I forgot to change it.
What's that? I'm a.
No, don't look.
This is the
Don't look.
redacted game.
I'm gonna rip it off of you.
All right.
I'm
We'll
decent.
talk to you guys later, I guess.
Pass turn.